can't believe how tired I am right now. Like, I'm so sleepy, but I really wanted to make a video of my nighttime skin routine. I talk too fast. My nighttime skin routine, and I wanted to do like a little story time about how my weekend went and like what I got from it and what helped me heal this weekend. So I'm starting with Youth to the People. It's like a green tea, spinach, vitamins cleanser. I got it for my birthday from Sephora and it was free. So yeah, thanks Sephora. I washed my hands. So yeah, let's get started. So yesterday, I went to my dad's house. We had a sibling sleepover. So, oh, I forgot. I'm using these clips because, yeah, we're going to do that. So, I went there, and as soon as I got there, we had dinner. I had my two sisters there and my niece. Well, actually, my three sisters. What am I talking about? I said two because they came from the city to come up here or whatever. But yes, three sisters. I have four, but the other one was really busy with work moving forward. So it was really fun. Like, I had such a good time. I was really tired, but I had a lot of hands there and a lot of help with my kids. I'm so grateful for my family. Like, I love them. Moving on, so we're at the dining room table, and I walk in and my sister. So moving on, because that cut me off. I go into the dining room because I had to lay down for a second. So I lay down for a second, and then I came back, and then like my sisters were talking to my grandmother and stuff like that. Like, I don't know what they were talking about before, but like long story short, I asked my grandmother. So backstory, my grandmother, she has 7 kids, I believe, and she was married, but my grandfather died when my dad was 16 years old. So I asked my grandmother like why she never remarried, and she basically said that she had a lot of times to, I don't know why I'm using this right, but she had a lot of times to remarry. And then she said, like, men, especially nowadays, want to be taken care of. And then she was basically going on to say that men aren't men, and she don't want anyone, like, taken from her. She don't want to take care of anyone. So basically, she don't want to leech. So, you know, my family is nosy. I don't care. They're nosy. So back to what I was saying. So my family is nosy. So they basically was, you know, I haven't seen them in a while. Like, I haven't seen my dad, my sisters, or whatever. Like, my sisters know my business, but my dad and my stepmother and my grandmother don't, at least from my knowledge. So, they were like concerned or whatever from my understanding. I'm using champagne toast from Bath and Body Works today. So yeah, at least from my knowledge, I don't know. But they asked me that and I gave them like a answer without too much details, but that looks nasty on my lips. I had to do that off camera because that was gross. But yeah, I gave them like a vague answer and not too much details and whatever, but I reassured them that I was okay and that, you know, I'm just on my journey right now. So whatever, later that night, well, before that, as I was explaining to them what was going on, like my grandmother held her head down and she was like, no, you're not supposed to do that. You know, like, what are you doing? Like that kind of thing. And then my answer to them was, I didn't know better. I didn't know better. I was just fiending for love. And honestly, it's embarrassing to say, but I was. So I ignored so much red flags, but I didn't want to go into detail with them, but I'm going to go into detail with you. So anyway, so later that night or whatever, we all like played a game, went to bed. It was so fun. We said happy birthday because all of our birthdays are like back to back in the summer. So yeah, later that night I was writing, and then like as I was writing, I was in this one chapter and I named it The Red Flags, and I'll share that detail, but nothing else. So as I was writing down all the red flags from the day that I met this guy, well, from the day that we met again, because I knew him in high school. So I was just writing them out, and I'm like, oh my God. Like, he told you exactly who he was, and you just didn't listen. I was a dumb bitch. And I'm okay with that, because it's past tense, you know what I mean? But it really made me like dig deep, because as I was writing everything that happened, I was like, oh my gosh, I've been contradicted multiple times. Bitch. And you know what's so crazy? I will never deal with this with anyone else. My cutoff game is crazy. And he's just learning that. There's no coming back. TMI. I'm sorry, guys, but I had to just share that. So basically, I was writing in that chapter, and I started from the very first day. We were talking, the phone conversations, everything. The first red flag was he told me that he doesn't know what unconditional love is. He told me he couldn't give it. And me, being a healer and being understanding and being delusional, I'm like, I could heal him. I could show him. I got that power. Anyway, let me get back to my skin. So I'm using the Super Whipped, Air Whipped Moisturizer from Youth to the People. Also a sample. So yeah, he told me that, and I ignored it. And even when he walked through my door the first time, it wasn't even a hug. Our energies wasn't matching. And that continued throughout the relationship. Despite everything that I've been through, I've always been a lover. And I always will be. But I won't be delusional. Like, the past, I feel like, okay, so another story. So this time last year, like, my mom, she has been not well, let's just say. That's another story. But I think that's what triggered this healing journey that I'm on. So that happened, and it made me realize how life is really short and you have to live your best life. Right after that happened, a series of things happened where I was contradicted, but we ain't going to talk about that right now. I started to realize this person is just there for themselves, you know, or maybe they're not. They just don't know how to love. I don't fucking know. Can I curse on here? This is not for kids. So anyway, I kept going, you know, and you know, I was writing about all the stuff that I kept going despite everything. Like, I just was like, I don't know. I can't even explain. I feel like the reason why I stayed is because I was breadcrumbed, and, you know, like, it was good characteristics, let's just say, but it was only for a moment, and then it would change, you know. It would never be consistent. That was another red flag. See, me, I love consistency, excuse me. I love me some consistency. Please be consistent. You understand? Like, I have a certain lifestyle that I want to live, and I'm going to live it. I'm going to have my children live it, and my children's children live it, and I'm speaking that into existence. Anyway, so, you know, with me, like, knowing that, it was just, like, so easy to, like, walk away because we weren't on the same time. And you know, it was, like, people in the past that would be like, oh, you're not compatible, like, blah, 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 and all this other stuff. But I ignored it. I ignored it until I couldn't anymore. Like, I started getting messages in my dreams. I started, like, having, like, certain kind of, like, I don't even know how to explain it. I don't know. Because I'm still learning how the hell I knew. But anyway, long story short, I thought about that and I wrote about it. It triggered me to write a beautiful chapter. And I am so excited about that. Because it's juicy drama. And we all like juicy drama. And people is nosy. I'm nosy too. But anyway, so yeah, I wrote that out and it was just so healing for me. That's the point of the video. It was so healing for me. And what else I was gonna do? Dag, I don't even know. But yeah, I'm gonna use this. I never opened this, but it says Super Berry Hydrate Glow Dream Mask from you to the people. Because I'm not finished talking, so I have to do something with my hands, right? So anyway, that's why it was just like okay for me to walk away. I started realizing so much stuff. Oh, I had to make sure this was like a cream because I didn't want to like wash it off or whatever. Cause I be wilding. But anyway, long story short, I realized where I was in people's lives and I couldn't change that. You know, like, and I'm okay with that because I'm not going to be number one for everybody. So I had to put myself number one. I had to set boundaries. And that shit was hard as a motherfucker. I don't know if I could say that. I hope they don't ban me. This is so bad. I need to stop cursing. But basically, yeah, like I had to set boundaries. And it took me months to master this. Oh my gosh. When I started speaking up for myself, my throat chakra was activated and it felt so good because it had me just like so like I can't even explain it right now, but that'll be another video. So yeah, that's basically it. And I got closer to God. I started praying more. I started like getting a better relationship with my children. I felt connected to them again. I felt so disconnected from them because my first two kids is not by this man, but my baby is. So that's another video for another day, and I'm not gonna complain. I don't regret anything. Let me just say that I do not regret anything. I ripped this off. Hold on. So I'm using these eye mask. I don't regret anything, and I know like it feels so good to know that this happened for a reason. It feels even better to know that it's better out there. Don't ever settle. Please don't ever settle. I don't care how times are, like, how hard times are. Do you. Make sure you have your peace. I don't care what no one says to you. Oh, you're a nurse and people are going to try to live off of you and all this. I don't care what anybody says. If you're unhappy, don't stay. Don't waste time. Go. Just fucking go. Like, I didn't even get to my ex-husband. We gonna get to that. But, yeah. Like, my older self is going to thank the shit out of me. My children are going to thank the shit out of me. Shit, they already do. They love their mama. And I'm so grateful. So this is the end of the video. And I'm using NYX lip gloss. Thank you for watching. And I'll share more soon. Oh, I use this too. I forgot to say. But anyway, that's basically it. I used the NYX lip gloss and this to just add extra moisture because I don't know, it's getting cold and my skin is getting dry. So this is the end result. I look so tired, but I don't care. I love my skin. I really want to take care of it. But yeah, I'm gonna share more about my journey, and I don't give a I don't care what nobody gotta say, okay? Let me just say that. I don't need to say that actually. But yeah, I'll share more. Please follow me and do what you gotta do. And comment. Like, let me know what your healing journey is. Like, when was your spiritual awakening? Like, what happened? How did you feel? Like, I need to find my community. That's what I'm learning.